Hello folks, and welcome back to True Crime Phenomenon. This is Josh coming back with another Jeremy Dewitte video. Jeremy Dewitte is a serial police impersonator going back to his first arrest in 1998. He's currently in prison for multiple felonies. This interview is regarding his arrest on March 23rd, 2021, which led to Sergeant Keith Vidler getting fired and Corporal John Ramsey getting an unpaid suspension. Deep background into this. I'll be doing an overview video coming soon, so stay tuned for that. This interview takes place on May 26th of 2021 at 10:39 a.m. between Sergeant Justin Wall of the Professional Standards Division and Lieutenant Edward McCullough. Now, Lieutenant McCullough signed Jeremy's unarrest affidavit on March 24th of 2021. He got a call from Major Hosey to meet with Colin Moore to go over the arrest of Jeremy Dewitte. They reviewed the body-worn camera to assess the validity of their arrest on March 23rd of 2021. That's all the information I'm going to give you here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd like for you to make up your own minds. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the other end.
I'm Sergeant Justin Wall of the Orange County Sheriff's Office Professional Standards Section. Today's date is May 26, 2021. The current time is 10:39 a.m. This interview is being conducted at the Office of Professional Standards located at 2500 West Colonial Drive. I'm interviewing. Can you state your name and rank for me?
Lieutenant Edward Clay McCullough.
Lieutenant McCullough, are you aware that I'm recording this interview?
I am aware.
Has anyone threatened, coerced, or offered you any preferential treatment to give this statement?
They have not.
Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol that may impair your testimony?
I am not.
Can you raise your hand so I can swear you in? Do you swear or affirm that testimony you are to provide will be true and correct?
I do.
Alright, so I'm working an investigation, and your name has come up as being someone that may have some information about this and may have signed a document, so I just wanted to confirm. It looks like I have here a unarrest affidavit that was signed on March 24th, 2021. Is that your signature?
That is my signature.
Okay. And can you just walk me through how you became aware of this situation and then what steps you took?
I can. I was here at the office at 2500 West Colonial on March 24th on a regular workday. I received a cellular telephone call from Special Operations Major Reginald Hosey, who was somewhat new to that position. Prior to that, he had been my direct supervisor as captain in the Human Resource Division. Major Hosey called me, and to the best of my knowledge, it was just because he knew I would be here at the office. I believe that day was Officer Valencia from OPD's funeral, so all of the Special Operations personnel were out of the office assisting with that. Major Hosey briefly asked me if I could go upstairs to legal to meet with General Counsel Austin Moore to review a case about an arrest, and he would like me to review the facts with General Counsel Moore and assist as needed, possibly with the unarrest of a suspect that was in custody. So I proceeded to meet with, I notified my captain, my current captain, Tony Marlowe of Human Resources. We both responded up to General Counsel Austin Moore's office. General Counsel Moore presented me with an arrest affidavit by Sergeant Keith Vidler for defendant Jeremy Dewitte, asked me to review it. He also had Captain Marlowe and I review the body-worn camera of both Sergeant Vidler and I believe it's a Deputy Reeves from the previous day during the arrest of Mr. Dewitte, which would have been March 23rd. We reviewed that video, both videos, and in the video, I'm sure you've reviewed, depicts a traffic stop by the two traffic deputies, which were Vidler and Reeves. They stopped two individuals on motorcycles that were later identified as, I believe, Metro State employees. They had quasi-marked motorcycles. The encounter ended up with one individual, which I believe was Mr. Dewitte, being secured and arrested for carrying a concealed weapon. During the video, Sergeant Vidler is vocal, giving instructions. After review of the video, along with the General Counsel and Captain Marlowe, and review of the affidavit, we also looked at jury instructions for the charge of carrying concealed weapon and carrying concealed firearm, and we agreed that the probable cause was not good for the arrest of the carrying concealed weapon. I believe it was determined that the weapon was a pepper ball dispensing fire, or not a firearm, but a pepper ball dispensing gun. Looked very much like a firearm. I would have assumed it was a firearm until I knew otherwise, but it was openly visible in a holster, very similar to what our patrol deputies carry. So you could see it. Sergeant Vidler stated in his stop that something to the effect of, "I'm stopping you because don't touch that firearm, don't touch that firearm." So clearly he saw what was he believed to be a firearm that later determined to be a pepper dispensing weapon.
Don't reach for that firearm. Walk away from your bike. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Go down to your knees. Do not reach for that firearm. Do not reach for that firearm. Go down to your knees. Go down to your stomach. Do not reach for that firearm. Go down to your stomach now. Do not reach for that firearm. Do not reach for that firearm. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Go ahead and secure him. What? You got the firearm on the side. You're being secured because you're openly carrying a firearm.
What?
You're openly carrying a firearm.
I'm carrying a pepper ball. You already know that.
I do not know that. That is a firearm. That is a firearm right now.
And he ended up arresting him for the concealed weapon by a convicted felon, I believe. I'd have to review the original charge.
Yeah, that's correct.
And but the fact that it was in plain view, we all agreed that it was not concealed, that it did not fit. I was presented with the unarrest affidavit that you just showed me with my signature that was prepared by legal services. I agreed with the wording in it, and I signed that and submitted it so it could be expedited per our legal bulletin on unarrest procedures. And legal went ahead and submitted, whether it be by electric mail or by fax, over to the jail. I later received confirmation from the jail, just following up, that they had received the paperwork and that they were processing out Mr. Dewitte as quickly as possible. I contacted Day Patrol Lieutenant Yuri Melich and asked him to have a deputy available at the jail. And I'd have to look up that deputy's name, I don't recall, but he had a deputy respond down to make sure he gave Mr. DeWitt a ride if he needed, or processed any other assistance he needed to expedite his release.
Okay. I know you said you reviewed the jury instructions. Did you review the state statute as well?
We did.
Okay. All right. Did you have any other involvement after that?
Just completing a brief narrative explaining my involvement, which I have a copy here, and I know you have a copy in ARS. So that was the entirety of my involvement.
Okay. Is there anything else that you know about this investigation you'd like to add?
There is not.
Okay. The current time is 10:44, and that concludes this interview.
All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking down below. Do you think Jeremy's going to get arrested again for insurance fraud? Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.